Yes, people, man. Wow. It's good to be out of prison. No technicalities. And when I told this four-eyed freak that when I have the last laugh, I will have my last laugh. And guess what? I'm not in the dusty prison. He's already in black and white stripes, running an old school prison style. Yeah. He's wearing a do-rag. Yeah. He's got his spliff all bun up. Yeah. Ready to go and lit. This guy is called Speckadocious, fam. Specs. You know what? Let me know when to top up your phone. And then I'll give you some minutes in it, yeah? I might sneak a little something in. But see, Chelsea, if you're a Chelsea fan in here, well played. You know, well played. You had the last laugh from me. Well played. Reece James, yeah, goes to show him. He won't be playing for the first 3 games of the season. In the new season, 3, you get a 4-game ban. And also on that, 2 red cards. On knowing on that, how are you not feeling? How are you not feeling? Chelsea, not the Newcastle fan. The guy's wearing a referee top. You lot.
Like how we've got to this position, yeah, from where we were this season is crazy. I can't believe there's potential we get Europa League. Like it's potential. Crazy.
You know what I need though? Yeah, me and Jay Sean were talking about it, yeah, and we might be able to put Deji in prison for one more time for this 23-24 season, yeah. If Sheffield United decide that they want to rock up Bramall Lane and play defensive football, you know, Hamer decides he wants a good crack at it, Brereton Diaz, Brereton Diaz, all of these lot. I'm just saying Chelsea might nick it. Really? I'm just saying. And I don't mind putting Deji in prison. You know what? Specs might have to go alongside it. You know what? You might well call them the Chuckle Brothers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, yeah, hold that one. See, this is what you get, Tottenham fans. You might end up in Conference League if Man United win the FA Cup. I'm just saying, let's go Sheffield. But make sure you smash the like button. And yeah, I don't know where to really start. You guys in the comments can start it off. Do you want to talk about Chelsea first, or do you want to talk about Man United, Newcastle, and prison? Because I'm just thinking we might need to top up Specs' phone just so we can get, you know, before Monts comes, because Monts is going to absolutely dish him out a new one, yeah? That do-rag might be on a bit too tight, so you might have to take that out and start singing praises to Isolation and all that bullshit there, yeah? So on that notice, yeah, Specs, we're going to give you 30p. We want to hear all your excuses because you've been running up your mouth for way too long. You're the on-form team, and please put some respect on my team, even how shit they are. The fact that we're embarrassing makes you super embarrassing. Super embarrassing. Do you understand? You fucking people with a referee top, fucking Alan Shearer wannabes. Allow it. Talk on it.
Oh, I fucking hate you, bruv.
Hurry up and talk up, you four-eyed prick. Hurry up.
Look, man, it's not over yet. We've still got one more game to go. No, I'm just. I'm gonna start it. So cut the bullshit. You get me? We bottled it, innit? Fuck it, innit? We bottled it. We bottled it for weeks and weeks and weeks. I've been telling everyone, we'll go Old Trafford, especially this team with Evans and Casemiro at centre back. I would have thought Isak, Gordon, and Cole would have put pressure on them, which we did in the first opening few minutes. And it was those moments that we should have took, those moments to really get a goal and then put Man United under more pressure. But it weren't to be. Manu and Amar Diallo, I thought they cooked today. I thought both of our all goals, all the goals for us were self-inflicted. This is poor. I don't think Trippier was ready to come back. He kept on the plays on side. There's no one in the gameplay. I can't put people saying Eddie Howe and start moaning about Eddie. I ain't gonna put it on Eddie. I think I should have made better. Sorry.
Why not?
Sometimes he can't make the players not make certain mistakes or be lackluster or lose focus, what's he supposed to do? The only thing I'll say, he should have made some changes way earlier. He's predictable. The Nunes 60th minute, he's going to start making changes. And it weren't to be. And I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off that I've got to deal with you, bruv. I'm pissed off from behind these stupid bars, bruv. Like, to be honest, I didn't even want to be in this stream today, bro. For the first time, I wanted to run. It was horrible. I genuinely thought we could go to Old Trafford and get the 3 points. And why not? I thought our midfield, that was the real weak link for me, because a lot of the times we're playing the balls on the wings and there's nothing going through the middle. Hence why your midfield had us up. I thought Amrabat had a good game. The Bravka pissed me right off. Spaghetti hands. The last guy, Hoyland, is fucking shameless. He's your twin brother. Looks like your twin brother, Cass. Hoyland. I don't know how the fuck he's saying fish to the crowd, brother, and he can't score for shit. But he scored, and that makes it more embarrassing. And then Hall scores a banger. Hall scores a banger. Too little, too late. And now we've got to go on to the last game of the season. Even if we beat Brentford, as you said, you could beat Man City in the FA Cup final. Chelsea probably still hold that 6th spot.
That'll do.
And then we get no Europe. And then now we've got this guy to deal with. You can't make this shit up, bro. Damn.
You're hurt, innit?
I'm pissed, bro. I'm pissed because we bottled it, bro. And I never use that term with Newcastle. I try and be balanced. But we actually bottled it. We were in 6th place. It's in our hands to lose. So I'm hurting, bro. I'm deflated. Then I got to deal with you and all this madness, bro. Bottled it, bro.
That was nice. You can go back on mute now, yeah. But all I'm gonna say, yeah, when you're letting the miracle worker Rasmus, miracle Rasmus score against you with his right foot, with his 9th goal, yeah, I think there's a lot to say about that, I am gonna lie, like all I could think of is that Shawn Mendes song whenever he scores, and that's not even. I don't know why, innit? That miracle to come. I can't sing it. He's got a mad voice, yeah. Like, bro, and not only that, yeah. You got Kobe Minor doing that majinky in your midfield. And it's like, even though he's not there, Lewis Miley, but it goes to show there's levels. There's absolute levels to this, yeah? With some of these bullshit guys. Like, when you're letting Bruno Fernandes and Scamrabat, yeah, run their thing, yeah? That's a madness as well. Anthony Gordon, I can't lie, though. That was a penalty. He needs his back foot. He needs his back foot. He needs his back foot. But this goes to show...
And he got pulled back.
Do you feel like do you not even, like, let's be real, do you not even deserve European football?
Newcastle.
Do you even deserve it? Like what are you gonna do in it?
Of course we deserve it, bro. We've had a depleting squad for most of the season. We pushed on towards the end. Obviously, in hindsight, you can say no, because it's in our hands. We bottled this game. The Brighton game was the one we needed to win, our last game at home. And if we flop out Brentford, then overall you say, no, we bottled it towards the end, so you don't deserve it. But overall, I don't see why we shouldn't be in there. But we flopped. It's a mentality thing, and we've got to push on from that. So,
do you not think that Newcastle are going to hold on to any of their players, like a few of their players come this summer? Because
come on, bro, man.
Let's be real. Isaac, don't know
if
he's staying.
Isaac's gone.
Bruno Gomes, don't know if he's staying. Yeah, you're obvious. Like, for me, I feel like you probably got a gun to some of these man's head and say, you're not fucking leaving, innit? You're all the way in the northeast of England. It is where it is. You ain't going nowhere. Like, Specks, do you really believe you're going to hold on to all your stars in the next couple of years?
Well, if we carry on progressing, then I see why not. It's too early to say. It's too early to say. Come on, bro. What? See, I know you're feeling yourself right now. You get me? Let's not overdo things.
If Chelsea were mid-table, I'd say Newcastle have gone backwards on last season, though.
No, yeah, but you see, we keep them last season. Let's all be honest. We didn't expect to get to where we got last season, and I haven't anyone on this panel. You could say we overachieved. It's always going to be difficult second time round. Always going to be difficult. Do you get what I'm saying? You got Aston Villa in there as well. Spurs coming back up, etc. It's always going to be difficult. So I wouldn't say we've gone backwards. I'd just say it's just back to front of the progression. That's what I would say. As
you've lost Ashworth as well now. Like, Newcastle's not in a good spot.
They're trying to get Dougie Freeman though, isn't it? From
Palace.
We've had some talks with Dougie.
To be fair, he's done work. So
yeah, innit, man. You're trying to keep man in prison. Like, you're actually in prison, but you're trying to keep Ashworth on a garden in prison. Like, just hurry up.
Right, just pay up, pay what you gotta pay.
You know
You
what it
believe
is, yeah?
this thing anyway. You
You know the
believe
maddest
this
thing.
thing.
You know what the maddest thing is, yeah. You know who's the salty one out of them all? It's Dan Burn, bro. Man's trying to talk about Man United Newcastle rivalry as long as he can remember. What rivalry, bro? No, honestly, what rivalry are we talking
There
about?
is a
At
rival.
one point,
It's,
there was
it's,
that good.
There was
when
one.
Newcastle was second, weren't they?
Bro, how is that
Now,
rivalry?
Keegan,
yeah,
era.
but yeah, that
How's that
time,
rivalry? Is
there was
that not?
supposed to be.
Is that not kissy? Is that not kissy chase, or is that an actual rivalry? One season.
Do you know what it is? Is it
I wouldn't say one season.
rivalry to United?
One
Is
season.
that what it is?
Huh?
Do
Only
United
one
fans
season.
bother about it?
No, it's just like, you know what it is, yeah, for me? Is that Newcastle trying to pick little things like they tried it with Arsenal? Yeah. You had one Keegan rant on Man United and he flopped it. It's like you're trying to pick a rivalry because their rivals are Sunderland and they're down in the championship. Like, bro, it's a
I wouldn't say
dusty
us picking the rivalry, bro. I would say the Arsenal thing and the Man United thing. It's not us, bro.
But
We
what did
think the
do to
opposite.
you?
We
What
think
did
you lot are getting onto us, bro. We're just doing our thing. It's not us trying to create no rivalry.
It is.
You get me? Nah, bro. I think it's the other way around, bro. Honestly, I think it's the other way around.
Why do we
Like
need a
you
rivalry?
hate Newcastle, bro. Why do you hate Newcastle?
No,
That's a
because
rivalry there.
because you don't think you're better than you are.
In what sense?
Like you man think you're better than you are. You had your little season last year. We called it a blip, and it was a blip, and then all of a sudden, here we are.
I wouldn't call it a blip because we're still in and around, well, not in sixth spot now, but we're still in and around the European spots come the end of the season. I wouldn't say it's a blip. Coming from where we're coming from, it's progression. No?
Progression. You know how long, you know how much, see that word there, yeah? How much?
Yeah, but isn't that progression where we're coming from? Where we're coming from, we're coming from.
Huh?
In the last couple of years, 2 to 3 years, that's not a progression.
No, yeah, of course you progress, isn't it? You injected a bit of money.
It's a downward curve, though, isn't it? I think last year, obviously, it's almost like the season should be the other way round.
That's what I said. In that sense, if it's the other way around,
Aston Villa got your chain now. That's what it is.
it's not about Aston Villa got our chain. Aston Villa does Aston Villa doing what they're doing. They're in their lane for this season. We see what happens next season. Yeah, bro, watch this space anyway, innit? Newcastle.
You literally flip seasons. You literally flip seasons. They did not finish 7th last year. You're in 7th place right now. They're in 4th place right now. You just flip seasons. This is what I'm going to say. Specs, you know what it is, yeah? It's like what Deji used to say, innit? Yeah. You're lucky you're even here, like on a notice. The thing is, you're actually lucky, but you're a nice guy, innit? And obviously you're a good friend. But you know them ones there, yeah? You got to know your role sometimes and play your position. You get a little giddy, you play with the big boys, then your expectation. Do you remember the start? You lot wouldn't know this, yeah, but this guy's expectations, yeah, were so bin juice, but yeah, he was a pipe up. But then all of a sudden, as soon as he pipes up, he pipes back down. That's Specs' journey. Do you know how many times? Ask for Specs how many times this guy's ever been on the top row. By the way, ask him.
Oh.
And talk about how consecutive weeks. We never used to do prison. We used to do top row. Go on.
How many times, Specs?
Well, first of all, there was times where I was supposed to be on top, but I just somehow didn't seem to be in the stream a few times. But anyway, let's not get into all that, innit? Like, you're confusing my brain, bro. Like, it just...
You have to answer the question. You have to answer the question.
I can't remember, bro. I can't remember.
I know more than top row, yeah, Specs, is how you're not Eddie Howe out. I just don't get that either. Like, this ain't a good season for him at all.
Let's see. Now this is where I think you got your Chelsea head on, because you're used to certain higher expectations. Now, that's crazy, bro. I've had little debates with my fellow other Newcastle fans. Why should you please break it down? Why Eddie Howe should be out? He came into a team that was 19, pretty much done and dusted. He got out of it. He got us in the Champions League. We're all learning as a collective. Yes, there's been very questionable moments during the season, how he dealt with these injuries, and it was a lot. But I wouldn't say Eddie Howe out. Why are we doing this?
Eddie Howe reminds me of
Mark
Man City.
Oh, I've heard that. That's a lazy narrative, though. I've heard that. Mark Hughes, even Dap said it earlier in the season. He's Mark. No, man. I wouldn't change Eddie Howe for no one. Not right now. It's not about being loyal or whatever. It's just right now. I think it's the right thing for us, isn't it? You take Eddie Howe out and bring in who? Who you bringing in?
I don't know. That's for your club to decide.
Newcastle got money to bring someone in.
and a
can't you go
project,
after, like,
and some sort of project as well. Like, let's be real, yeah. Anyone in here,
We have got a project though.
yeah, you got
We
a
have got
good
a project.
project. You can sell off a good project to a good manager. But I'm just
No, I'm
saying this,
saying
yeah. Powell needs to realize he needs to be England manager, innit? That's what he needs to realize. I think he'll do a great job there. But Newcastle, do you reckon he's bopping with the big boys? Like, let's be real. Does he have that, or does Jason Lowe need to hold his dick for that too? Where his name is Jason Tyndall. Sorry,
Tyndall.
Tyndall.
Jason Tickle, bro.
So what
AKA, what are we
don't
gonna
you
put
think
Jason
this is
Tyndall,
the
AKA Jason Swindle?
when we do this, it's like there's something against the British managers. Like, why do we do this to ourselves, bro? Like, why can't Eddie Howe mix it with the big boys? Everyone's got to start off somewhere. He started off somewhere. You know what I'm saying? On a personal one, he's progressing. On a personal CV, he's progressing. Like, I don't see why. Like allow the British managers, man. Let them give them a chance. You get what I'm saying? We are progressing, not regressing. Apart from obviously we were high last season. It's like people act like we're in 15th place right now or 16th. You get what I'm saying? That's a different conversation. Why are we Eddie Howe out now? We still can progress. The owners are still ambitious. We probably will back him as much as FFP will allow us to, and the PSRs and all this madness. Eddie Howe, man, it's too early to start talking about changes. It's not stagnant yet. Nothing's stagnant yet. But today we bottled it. And that's it.
I don't know, man. I really don't know for you lot. Like, I don't get it. I just think it's just embarrassing to lose to Man United in a manner you did. Two, you know,
it was free to you, bro.
I don't know if you could even keep hold your. I don't know if you're gonna keep hold of your player, like your players or a couple of them in the future, and you're gonna have to rely on good recruitment on that notice.
You definitely lose.
So when did you decide this? Just after this game, that now you think that he's not gonna go?
No, but I've been telling you, like you know,
Bruno's gone. If you
too
don't
early, bro.
You think Brazilians are staying around fucking Newcastle, fam? No chance. They'll be gone in a heartbeat. That's the reason why Bruno's got a release clause on his contract when he signed that thing only this season, by the way. This season against Sheffield after he smashed
that runs out in the lie anyway, by the way. But what I'm saying is
what's the lie?
That whole clause thing. After July, that's all. It's all gone, bro. I think.
Yeah, but why put it in there if you're not gonna if you're not looking for an exit? This is what I'm saying, man. He's
covering himself, innit, bro? We just bought a new house, bro. We ain't going nowhere. Joe Linton just signed a new contract.
Man said bought a new house, like he can't keep that and rent that out.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but bro, nah, man, bro. We ain't going nowhere, bro. Like if you're saying in the next 2 or 3 seasons. And you're saying Newcastle are still around 7th, 8th, and all that. That's a conversation. Probably next season, after next season. Right now, there's no reason, unless someone like Madrid came in or something crazy, that might turn a man's head. Anyone's head. Isak, so all those guys. But for now, we're still on the right track, I believe. We've had a depleted season with injuries. We get all our players back. We'll add to that, and I think we'll go again next season. I really do.
So you know what I'm going to do, Dan? Yeah. So something similar to obviously what you know in it. Yeah. I'm gonna buy a new house. That means I'm gonna stay there forever, and I'm not gonna buy no more new bad boy yards. So that means I'm staying put in that area, and I don't have no ambition to move elsewhere in this entire world.
You might have ambition to move elsewhere, but not right now.
No, Specks. He bought a new house. That's your bars. So like you are, you're high bars.
Bro,
that's your take.
I've got to back the conversation somehow, but even without that, I just believe he's not going nowhere.
If you get 100 million out of him, that's great business from you lot, innit? But it goes to show you're a selling club, innit? But that's what you might have to know too. You're like a Dortmund, like you probably
bro.
You sell them on and you keep it stepping.
Surely not getting.
I'm not on that, bro.
Going to hinder your revenue as well. So, like, how will you be able to spend as well? There was already question marks before you not getting.
I know how to do it. You know what they did? That's why they caught Tonali, because they tried
the Champions League money in it, bro. That helps.
Trying to bet on their future all the time. That's why Tonali's in the buying bars himself. That's what you lot are doing.
Man. That's not common, bro.
And I guarantee you're gonna find Ruben Neves in a Newcastle shirt in no time.
Nah, that's dead, man. We're not from going down that route, man. Look, the Champions League money is coming in. We're now going to be sponsored or whatever by Adidas. Bro, we're good, bro. It's not a defensive thing, bro.
How's Champions League money coming in?
What do you mean how? It's coming from Champions League last season. It will come in for next season. What do you mean how? What are you talking about?
What, it's going to roll out next season?
You don't get immediately. You don't get immediately, bro.
You went out early.
It's not, bro. What do you mean? You're in the Champions League, innit? Whatever money's been given for that,
How much do you
we're
think
gonna
you're
get
getting
it.
how much do you think you're getting from that? No, on
Bro.
the big one thing, yeah. How much do you think you're getting
How
from that?
much?
Probably at least
It's
20
definitely
million.
exactly. It's quite a few quid, bro. And more importantly,
I reckon you may
go look it up, bro.
Not that poor in the Champions League.
Bro, more importantly, it's just about getting money from elsewhere to balance certain books because of the FFP. That's what it's about, really.
So that's why Bruno is going to have to leave. That's why Isak is going to have to leave. They're not going to stick around. Like, don't worry about him buying a new house. These geezers probably have 20 houses. They have portfolios.
So wait,
buy them
you know, trolls, man. So wait, Dan, you're telling me you feel come the end of the season, Isak and Bruno are looking to go.
Bruno's gone 100%. Bruno is.
I think Isak's gone as well.
I want to clip this. I want to clip this, bro.
I think a top Prem side move for Isak, and there's rumours about Gordon as well, isn't there? If anyone pays,
I could see Isaac in I could see Isaac in a Real Madrid shirt at some point. You know,
well, I thought Arsenal shirt.
If not this season, next season, the complete striker, Mbappe one side, Vinny the other. But yeah, Arsenal going to be in for him. I think Chelsea might have a cheeky little bid for him.
Well, we have to pay him some more money, bro.
I'm not being funny. Man United and Newcastle clearly can't do business together, so let's just call that quits.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
Yeah, man. It's true. You man are on the PSG model. You're not no Man City model. You know that whole gas that you know.
We're not trying to be no Man City model. Like, where's it coming from, bro?
That sold you a dream. He sold you a dream. He got you gassed up. You know, he probably like remember he said, yeah, he's seeing it. Like, got to a cup final, you lost it. Got your Trafalgar Square trophy, all that kind of shit, yada yada, and seeing it, you know, and trying to progress it slowly but surely, but the correct way. Fuck off. Not when you got Eddie Howe in charge, mate, for the third year running. Coming up.
I'll put some respect on Eddie Howe's name, bro. You'd rather have Eddie Howe than ETH, bro. You get what I'm saying? Bro, we're good. We got ambitious owners. You never know. They might want to change Eddie Howe. You never know. Who knows? But we got ambitious owners. We're not trying to sell. It's pointless. What's the point of getting the man in the first place?
That's why I was going to
show ambition, man.
You don't match the ambition. If they're ambitious, Eddie Howe ain't matching ambition.
To be fair, the only saving grace for Eddie Howe is literally the injuries, though. But I mean, we've all had injuries.
Come on, you've had injuries. Villa have had injuries.
Not like Newcastle. And look at your squad.
What do you mean not like Newcastle? Chelsea have had more than Newcastle. Manchester United have had loads. Spurs have had enough.
Yeah. And compare your squad to Newcastle squad overall. Whoever you got left, like, come on, bro. Like, come on, like, you can't really compare. Look, it's facts. We've had the worst injuries period throughout the season. It's been crazy, bro. I know everyone's had injuries. Not really an excuse. Right now, it's not an excuse anyway. Right now, as it stands, it's not an excuse because it was in our hands. Some players are back, and I really believe we should be competing against that Man United. Just that centre backs alone, at least a draw. Do you get what I'm saying?
Brighton, were you not the most informed side below like City and Arsenal?
Yeah, I think. Well, I know. I think the third highest score. I can't remember the actual form sheets, but going into the Brighton game, after that, when the 90 minutes went and it was a 1-1, it was a draw, I had a feeling that's where we teared up, started from there. Had to get that last home win against Brighton. Then it could have been a different thing. We go to Man United, and I'm sure we went there confident, but it's just like the mentality just seemed to drop. Man United just got back into the game, and then it's like Man United decided to turn up. Look,
I ain't gonna lie. This is what I see. Yeah, I see Man City being Man City. I see Arsenal being Arsenal now. I think Chelsea improve. I think evidently they improve. I don't think again, even though they might finish 5th or 6th, I don't see any worse. I think they've learned. I think the owners have learned, and whatever. Chelsea as a club, which we will talk about. I'm just trying to line up Monster coming on time to give Caicedo an apology. Remember that. Man United can't get any worse than this. There's no way. Yeah. Aston Villa, I think they're gonna have a drop off regardless. That's not their fault. Liverpool might be they're gonna be in and around anyways. Not as great. And then there's you. You know what it is? You're like, you're not the bottom of the bin, but you're like 3/4 of the way there. That's what you are. That's what you need to know. Your club ain't won shit in 70 years. You're smiling because you know, yeah, your club.
I'm smiling because you're shameless, bro.
The best thing about
shameless, bro.
The best
thing
about you know what the best thing about your club, yeah.
It's still below us, bro.
The best thing about your club is the people. The Geordies. Geordies are sound people. I love Geordies, yeah. They're just nice, general. But you know, you fuckers, yeah. the ones that are outside of Geordie Land and all that stuff. I don't even know why you support Newcastle. Yeah, you lot would do well to finish top 7 next year.
Why do you support Man United?
What?
Why do you support Man United? How did you start supporting Man United?
Because my brother's in it. As simple as that. My brother's is the first thing, bro. Remember, if you was back in the day, you remember, when TVs used to have buckheads at the back of it. There was a bucket at the back of a TV.
So it's like a glory hunting thing, like most kids.
Yeah.
Like the City New kids on the block.
Before HD, high definition was even around. It was all standard definition, fuzzy, but that's the best thing. Bro, that's what I saw. That's what it is.
Yeah.
My dad tried, but guess what? It is what it is, isn't it? I came through the era of my brothers, and that's what I saw. So I ended up supporting
and I wouldn't support Man United just in general, with it, the whole when they do their thing. Like most kids. Like the new City guys.
Call me what you have to call me. Innit?
I didn't call you anything, but I'm going to ask me why you support them.
Yeah, but
I know why I support Newcastle.
I've gone through over a decade. I've gone through over a decade of shit. Yeah. A
It's what it
decade
is.
of shit.
Can't all be winners.
On top of that, as I said, I wouldn't change it for the world.
I would have.
Anyways, know your fucking role. Yeah.
Trust any Newcastle fan
What the fuck
you
is
meet
that? What the
outside of London, outside of Newcastle, their favorite player, is Santiago Munez. I'm not even lying.
That's how. See. That's why.
Say that again.
Exactly. You know what I
That's
said?
why
Gavin Harris and
Start that
Santiago
again, bro.
Munez, mate.
That's
You're
why.
not a criminal, bro.
That's why Specks end up supporting Newcastle. It's Santiago Munez from Gold, fam. He thought, I want to be in that kit. I want to be there. People think Specks is bare old.
You are taking the piss, bro.
Specks is old enough to watch goal. I'm pretty sure Specks before Newcastle, probably supported Leighton Orient or something, and then he saw that. Film. He saw that film, and guess what? He was actually probably meant to support a different team with a strike kit, but because this guy is fucking blind and he's four-eyed, and he needs laser eye surgery to see properly, he ended up supporting the wrong team. And that's why he had to stick at it. Because otherwise, in secondary school, he was getting battered and bantered on the table.
Yeah, I was getting back here. No,
you know them ones back in school when you used to do combined 11. Specs he tried to get involved and they said, like, why are you here? Why are you here?
Keep cooking, man. Keep cooking. I'll take my medicine, bro. Look, man. First of all, it's the goal Alan Shearer that got me in love with football in the first place. That's how it started. I don't know bullshit.
Imagine that. All great footballers of the Premier League era, and the person you pick is Alan Shearer.
He's the GOAT, bro. That's what I first saw. That's what I first saw, bro. That's what I first saw. Proper on TV, Alan Shearer, bro.
That's a player right there.
Moved to Newcastle, and I fell in love with the fans. I fell in love with the whole thing, the black and white shirt, everything, and that's it. Ain't no looking back. I'm from North London, Tottenham, bro. 5 minutes from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I could have supported them. I could have been the easy way out. Let me pick the Arsenals or the Liverpools or the Man U's. Shearer, that was it. When Shearer went Man United, I'd probably be a Man United fan. It's literally where he went from that moment, and then that was it. Ain't look back. People might say to me, well, your pitch and Shearer picked Newcastle, innit? You missed out on trophy. I don't regret nothing, bro.
Anyways, you're staying in prison, and we're going to move to the Chelsea segment. That's once perfect timing. Obviously, Chelsea, I can't even lie, man. He pulled. I watched, while I was thinking, I watched the extended highlights, yeah, they're balling, bro. And no surprise that Enzo in that team and they're cooking, But this is what's being said. Mauricio Pochettino's full answer on whether it's his team and his style. Mauricio Pochettino said, that is not my team. That's Chelsea's team, not my team. What do you mean? And the report said, your style? And he says, I don't know. After 15 years working at Espanyol, Southampton, Spurs, PSG, and now Chelsea, I think you know my style. No, in the way we want to play in possession and way we lose the ball, we have the trajectory in football. For me, it's not important about what I have to say. If you are happy and people are happy about the style we are playing, after it's to adapt to the circumstance of the squad. For sure this time, if you ask another coach and have the possibility of 10 years or 25 years or 22 like Arsene Wenger or Alex Ferguson, then of course that is your team. In that case, we could say Pep, because every 6 months you have the power to invest or not invest and bring players you want in one season with all good success. I am proud of the squad. So he's kind of sending shots to and then Cole, he's kind of sending shots to the Chelsea, saying that's not my team. But I think that doesn't mean that he's actually making a dig. I think he's just saying he's just made the best out of a situation that went wrong. And also, Cole Palmer said, all credit to the manager. Cole Palmer also said, all credit to the manager. All players love the manager and want to fight for him. I ain't going to lie, I think Pochettino deserves another year and then go get another 500 million investment. Don't you think, Mons?
I mean,
I mean,
Daddy,
I ain't heard Pochettino out only from one guy. I guess what he said. I'll wait for the last 2 games. Quote, Carefree Lewis. That's 1 out of 2.
boy.
1 out of 2.
Listen, let me. Do you know what they? I looked at their record, and for me, since the Everton 6-0 win, I think there's been a few hiccups. Obviously, there's been the Arsenal spanking, the barebacking that happened at the Emirates. Cool, whatever. But I'm not gonna lie. I think they're in the form table. They're probably the 3rd best. They got 4 straight wins, 1 draw. I think the draw was against Villa. Obviously, the game against Newcastle, and then they won before that against Everton 6-0. There's not. I don't want to come on here today and slander what Chelsea are doing. I think what they're doing now is finishing strong, so they can start strong next season. I think
without Reece James, by the way.
Oh yeah, look. Let's not talk about that overweight Teletubby. Let's not talk about him. But I'm just saying that let's talk. I'm saying let's talk about the guys on the pitch. Let's talk about Malo Gusto and how good he's been. He's been one of the rare things that Chelsea fans can be happy about this year. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
let's talk about Caicedo months.
Yeah, bro. Again, he's had a string of good performances, and there's a reason why I haven't got onto him. But again, a string of good performances doesn't warrant the most expensive signing in Premier League history.
Nah, I can hear you on that, but there's a player there. There's a player around it.
Bro, there's a player. Bro, there's a player in Darwin Núñez. There's a player in a lot of players, bro. It's like it's the cheap way out. He needs to show better than what I've seen this season for me to even think he's above average, because I've seen plenty of DMs this season have a good run of games. I've seen Edson Alvarez have a good run of games this season from West Ham. That's who you guys compete with.
Wait, you don't think Caicedo's above average?
Yeah, he's just above average for me.
Nah, he's better than that.
No, well, but he hasn't shown me that.
He has.
He hasn't. So, but I don't want to turn this into Caicedo. Listen, Caicedo is the one who no one can get onto, and no one can see his faults. And again, he's allowed to.
No, there are faults there, and the way he started the season was horrific. But post January, February time, bar 1 or 2 games, he has probably been up there, like with Cole Palmer, in terms of how good he's been for Chelsea. I swear, week in, week out, he is getting better and better and better.
Since January. Oh, please. Listen, I'm just gonna sit there and I'm not gonna challenge that. But listen, he's had a good, strong last for me. These last couple of months, he's been pretty good, and that's fine. Again, I've seen many players have a string of good games. You are the most expensive signing.
This is better than a string. Look, I'll never argue the price tag. Chelsea overpaid massively, but he is on more than just a string of games.
I just think with you guys, you would not have this chat for any other club if they spent 115 on someone and then they have a good 2 months for the club after starting the season in a horrendous fashion.
But let's not forget though, like it's not just a Chelsea thing. Liverpool also wanted to spend money like that on him too.
Exactly, and I'm thank the Lord we didn't.
You'll regret it. I look. He's obviously overpriced, and Brighton aren't going to sell a player.
Hindsight talk is dead, bro. I'm looking at what I've seen, and from what I've seen amongst the DMs this season, he hasn't been top 5 DMs in the league. He hasn't been top 10 DMs in the league. He hasn't been, for me, in my opinion. He hasn't been.
That's outrageous.
It's not outrageous. It's not outrageous, bro. Well, you look cool. Again, the bar at Chelsea has been lowered because of how crap you have been majority of the season. Now you have been in form. I've just said you've been in good form the last 2 months. I even say since the Everton game. For me, I've seen a massive improvement in Chelsea. But that doesn't mean we start putting players in conversations for top 5 this and top 5 that. We're talking about.
For us, we've been saying all season, that him and Enzo together, it sets him up for fading. Like he's been struggling next to Enzo, but he's still been trying. Like in terms of him and Enzo, no, it's the truth. Like it's when him and Enzo, we put them together. Look what happens the minute Enzo gets an injury and takes
McAllister wasn't working with Sabozda at times. Am I going to sit here and say, and come up with all the excuses for a player, bro? You are technically sound, and I know what you're supposed to be doing. Reliance on another player or not gelling with another player should not dictate when you're passing the ball back or making a mistake and getting dispossessed and someone goes and scores from it. That's your own fault. Again, standards for the player for me have drastically dropped. If he continues to put in these performances going into next season, then of course, prove me wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong, but when someone's showing a little bit of good form towards the end of the season, that doesn't mean anything to me. When Chelsea are where they are, it means nothing to me, especially when you're the most expensive signing in the history of the Premier League. Pogba did not get this. Sancho did not get this. Pepe did not get this. Darwin didn't get this. No one else gets treated like this. No one. He's the only one. Enzo does not get treated like. No one gets that blind. So you lot could call it an agenda. I'm just saying the standard of Madueke's getting mad props, getting compared to other wingers that are playing in the top 3 teams in the Premier League. For what? Because you've seen a reign of form. Come on, man.
Do you know who needs to be getting props though? Yeah, and he doesn't get mentioned by your fan base at all yet. I don't really hear it anyway, so I might be wrong. But from what I've seen online and all that stuff, bro, Trevor Chalobah, has been absolutely excellent. And they're still talking about selling him, and maybe it might be a correct time to sell someone like that. But see a guy like that, no joke. I believe he's Chelsea's. I'm gonna say it's not even a recency bias thing because Thiago Silva's leaving. He's Chelsea's best centre back. And I think there's a lot to grow into as well for him still. Because all he needs, because under Tuchel, the guy was more like he was really sourcing in a back 3, but in a back 4, especially next to Gusto, James is what he looks comfortable, man. Like you give him a good partner, like Trevor Chalobah. Now, if someone needs to bring out a banner for who needs to stay, it's him. Not Gallagher, him. That guy there, and he know it is. He's professional. He doesn't moan. He's not really on the media. He comes across like a quiet character as well, and they're always quite good characters. Trevor Chalobah is, I think. Well, how old is he now? He's got about 23, 24. Yeah. So, bro, that's a quality centre back. If you let him go,
he loves Chelsea as well. Like Forest, he was first on over to the fans. Like
him and Colwill could have a good partner. Him and Colwill could have a good partnership. It might be a little bit weak because I'm like, who's the hard man out of them two? But good options. Do you know what I mean? But he's maturing. I think he's a fantastic defender in it. I'll be real. And I think he's only had like 1 loss since he's been in the starting lineup. Bear in mind.
His record actually when he starts is unbelievable for Chelsea.
Yeah, man. He's serious.
Absolutely unbelievable.
He's serious. That's a great player. Gusto as well. See, I do wonder about Gusto. I don't know what you lot think here. Gusto or James? Gusto or James? And James.
Right now, Gusto.
And twice on a Sunday.
Right now, Gusto.
Yeah, but it's like, how do you utilize that?
Only because all of a sudden, no other reason.
No,
Gusto can't tie Reece James's laces. Like, he can't.
No, he's not a better player. I'm just saying who I'm picking right now. I'm picking Gusto.
What did you not see? What James did?
Not reliable.
I still pick James.
Just how many games he played in the last 2 years?
But you see James' quality.
But how many games he played? How many games has he played in the last 2 years?
James.
I don't know the numbers, so I'm not just going to guess, but not enough. We all know that.
I don't think it's 10. I don't even think it's 10. I don't think it's 10.
Okay, but as a Chelsea fan, you see games, like we know what Gusto can do. Gusto's exceptional. He's a player, but when you play for games like Nottingham Forest, where James has come on and within his first 2 minutes of providing an assist, you know what Reece James can do. And when he is fit and is firing, gets around the games, he is challenging for the best right back in the league, maybe in Europe. So I don't see how I can pick Gusto over him. As long as there's nothing to say with Gusto's not done the job, because Gusto's done more than a job this season. But to say Gusto over Reece James is a bit wild, as a Chelsea fan especially. Do you know what I mean?
Gusto's been so good though that he just made us not miss Reece. That's how good Gusto's been.
I just think Gusto's honestly been, for me, like I watched him very closely this season, and I think there's a few little things he might need to work on. Sometimes maybe those recovering tackles can be a bit rash, but that will come in it. Like that will come with time. He's a very good player.
He got an assist today. Very good assist for Nkunku, by the way.
And I think he might have found a good role for Cucurella, who again, I don't think Cucurella is an amazing player, but you see this inverted
thing suits him a lot.
It's really suiting him really well.
Suits Caicedo as well.
If you can carry on playing, you know what I'm saying. This is something that can definitely run for Chelsea going forward. I think another player that a lot of players are an apology to is Conor Gallagher. Like everyone likes to shit on Enzo. Conor Gallagher's been treated like he's the one who cost 150 million or 108 million.
Who's apologising though, Mons? Is it you apologising? Are you just like hiding behind your words?
I've given Gallagher his
Chelsea
respect.
fans have been giving their props to Conor Gallagher all season.
Oh, really?
And I've had fan
Not one of them, bro. Not one of them.
Chelsea fans have been gloating over Conor Gallagher.
I've had a lot of Chelsea man dissing, bro.
Actually, there's
Oh.
there's one guy in the corner right next to you, Dan, right now, who's had a rant over Conor Gallagher in one of
What?
our
Oh,
streams.
Jay, come on.
Who,
man.
me?
What?
Yeah.
Me?
You've had a
System
rant over
6,
Conor
7 out of
Gallagher.
10, pretty much every
What game was this?
Many
Okay.
games ago, you went on a rant. I think let me bring up because I remember Deji cooked you for it, and it was a panel saying me and you can't be on the same panel. The first time you've had a rant over him.
Nah,
Was
I've
it-
had
was
a
it
rant
the
over
final-
mate.
Was it the final against Liverpool? You've had a rant over him. I mean, you got Ches who don't like
We've
it.
had
who-
plenty of streams.
Actually, every Chelsea fan, bar you.
Lewis don't like him.
Lewis don't
every
like
time
him.
we
Yeah?
say Gallagher's been your best midfielder out of him, Enzo, and Caicedo.
Overall,
I
yeah.
know this. I know this though.
Every time we tried to say this throughout the season, man,
My main hatred in that midfield goes towards Enzo. I don't remember saying anything about Gallagher.
yeah, of course.
Conor Gallagher.
No, you know,
How
you
do
know
you
what
have
it is,
hate towards Enzo, by the way? I'm not saying that.
Cause he's
Don't
shit, man. He's
No,
mid.
no,
Enzo's
no.
not shit.
No,
Enzo's
hang on.
He's not dead, bro.
No,
It's just
this
He
season,
isn't.
you know,
He isn't.
no, you know, he's not. He's a good player, yeah. I don't mean that, but in Chelsea and anything around it, he's just not it.
But
He's just,
last season,
I'm
he
not
was.
trying to. Hey, your manager said he hasn't been playing in pain and that. Hernia or not, bruv. The guy just doesn't. You know what it is? I've said it.
Enzo's come out himself and said for the last 8 months he's been in pain and playing on
Then why
injection.
did he? Why did he
Why
take
he
it?
playing?
Then why are you playing then?
Mate, ask Pochettino. Ask the
It's
medical
not,
staff.
no,
at
but
Chelsea.
it's
They
not
have
always down to the
so many
manager.
issues.
It's not always down to the manager.
It's
all the
down
time-
to communication between the player, the medical staff, and the manager.
Bruv,
And
I'm
something
not-
is
I ain't
obviously
gonna
amiss
lie,
at
yeah.
Chelsea, hence
I seen
that
that- I
many
seen it.
injuries.
When he came in January, allow it. When he came and he even started the season, allow it. Couple decent performances. The thing is, people are so in love with the ability. It's a bit like Mons and Thiago, yeah. So in love with the ability of the player because he can ping a
you
ball and
can't
everything.
compare Enzo to Thiago.
It's
Hang
the
on,
same-
hang on.
No,
Hang
no,
on,
wait. Thiago has not been a success at Liverpool, yeah. Let's get one
Yeah,
thing
but
straight. And I'm not
Thiago
trying-
is on another level to Enzo.
Stop
Thiago's a
thinking
ball.
about in my opinion, stop thinking about the ability, yeah. Think of what he's done in the shirt, yeah. You're in love with the ability, so players that look shit, it's a bit like me and McTominay. It's the same thing. Don't look great on the eye, but guess what? You've been probably one of our better players, unfortunately.
McTominay would be more similar to Conor Gallagher.
I just don't see where you fit Enzo into the Premier League. I don't think the Prem suits Enzo Fernandez. It's looking like Sebastian Veron all over again. It's just not it.
That's not the same case with Thiago. Thiago definitely can kick ball in the Premier League.
No, he can kick ball, but he can't keep fit. But it's the same thing. The thing is, it's like Pogba as well, bro. You're so amazing, but you can't keep fit. But everyone's in love with the ability. I was in love with the ability, but sometimes the player that doesn't have as much ability, you're gonna, bro. If you're like my age and that, you don't look at the stats. You look at on the eye, innit? On the eye, Enzo looks flawless, like in terms of the way he can ping a pass and all this kind of stuff. But he's not it, bro. Like not here, anyways. Not at Chelsea first and foremost,
I don't know if
because
that's fair to
you
say.
can't play Chelsea and Enzo in the same system, in my opinion. Not in my because Cole Palmer's going to start, and he's going to start in the middle at 10 more times. I think now, especially next season, I just don't think he suits. I think you're ball going all wrong in it. If you're going to get Enzo, you need runners around him. Because guess what? You know what he is? He's a luxury player.
Yeah, but that's what Chelsea. Enzo is a player that I think will thrive in continental football. I think that you're not wrong with that at all.
Slow
I think that's
football, yeah.
arguably why he
Yeah, I
looked
mean,
better
thrive.
than
I mean, he has thrived. He won a World Cup.
Yeah, well, exactly right. I think in that type of football, Enzo will suit that. But you can't deny there's not runners in this Chelsea squad to put around him. I think there's a time and a place for a player like Enzo Fernandez. I think we're seeing that now in the type of football that we're playing. We've arguably looked better without him, but we can't judge how much of an impact this hernia injury has had on him if he's been in pain.
If he was being in pain, if he was in pain, I'm not being funny, but as a human,
how can he measure how hard to hit the football? I always think this.
If I'm looking at it, that's down to him as a human to say I need to go and get this sorted as well. At the same time, like the managers always say, if the player says they're fine and they say to the medical team that they're fine, that's not down to the manager. That's just down to the player, the human itself.
Of course, it is. It's down to inexperience, isn't it? It's down to
I just don't. The way you know it is, Dan.
Probably just wants his bonus.
All right, let me ask you this: pick one. 105 million Enzo, 115 Caicedo. Who you keeping? Because guess what? They both cost too much for one to keep on the bench. Pick.
Caicedo.
There you go. Then the guy's on an 8-year contract to sign. Good luck getting rid of him, man.
Yeah, but I
It's
think
difficult.
that's what you have to remember is, right, this is the whole Todd Bowley argument on why he's spending so much money and why he's recruiting so many players is because there's always a moment to have. He said he was going to get 3 players in every position to build a 100-point Premier League team. That was his idea, right? Today, Chelsea had both right backs leave the pitch and still had an adequate right back to play in Trevor Chalobah. So the idea is that even if midfielders get injured, there is always quality left within the squad. That's Bowley's idea. That's why he's spending so much money on so many young players. And look how many players have been injured at Chelsea throughout this season. They've always been able to bring in someone else to perform and someone else.
Yeah, but it's all about balance. It's all about balance. It's all about
At
balance.
the beginning of the season, Enzo was. Then Conor Gallagher's stepped up at certain points. Then other players have come in. I think Enzo, this system now with Cucurella inverting, Enzo will eventually take Conor Gallagher's role in that creative role. And I think Nkunku, after tonight's performance, may end up on the left wing. And I think you're starting to see this Chelsea.
All right, this whole super chat here, yeah. Enzo in the new system was easily slotting for Gallagher, so this convo is just irrelevant. If you don't think you're going to go back to the pinnacle of football, thinking in a balanced midfield, because let's be real, like, can we say that Cole Palmer is now nailing down a 10 position, yeah? While Madueke is out wide, a 10 position. If you think Conor Gallagher, Enzo and Caicedo as that 3 is going to take you to the promised land, guess again, because that's just not a balanced midfield. You'll get overrun in the end. Technical wise, on paper, it looks phenomenal. Phenomenal.
It's the Cucurella inversion.
You can't write him off though, bro. You can't write Enzo for 2.
Bro, he's been here for 18 months. I can write him the fuck off if I want.
Nah, 8, bro. Some man start with 8. Come on,
this
bro.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean, bro. This is what.
Look at Joe Linton for example. Bro.
Just because you played Almiron and he had that good season.
Almiron, Joe Linton, bro. The man was there for years. You can't write him off this year, bro. He's still young as well. Can't write him off.
Lowering the bar when it comes to Chelsea, we lower the bar so much. But when it's one of my players who costs less and evidently not even that great either, whatever it is, no, same thing with Nunes or whoever it may be at Liverpool. If it's an Arsenal player that costs a lot, the eyeball's not there. But no, you know what we should do? Because he can kick the ball a little bit pretty, we should allow it. Not like he costs 105 million.
I'm not saying allow him, but you're just writing him off like he's dead.
Don't measure him on his price tag, because that's what I did with Caicedo.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm a villain for that, so don't do that.
Yeah, but Caicedo, you're allowed to do it. I can't lie, for 150 million. I expect them performances. How about that? That's the difference now. I expect.
It's so ridiculous now to be judging players across the whole board on their price tag, really, because price tags are so skewed. They're so.
It's too late.
50-50, bro. 50-50.
I just don't understand this.
It's too late for that. We've already had to deal with the high-priced players. When VVD set foot on Anfield grass, the magnifying glass was there from day one. He wasn't allowed to put a foot wrong from day one. Yeah, from day one. When you lot got Kepa, the most expensive keeper in the league, from day one, fraud watch. From day one. Yeah, RASMUS, fraud watch. Mudryk, fraud watch. Sancho, fraud watch. Paul Pogba. Man was doing, they wanted him to do everything.
Big fraud.
They wanted that man to do everything.
Big fraud.
Wanted to kill cancer.
And the 10. And it still weren't good enough. Darwin Núñez, from day one, these men have been crucified. But no, because now prices are inflated and more players are costing more and more money. It's not like I say there were chances. It's fine. Don't worry about the price. That's not his fault. Look at Harry Maguire. Fraud watch from day one, even if he was a fraud. Please. Just because it's your guys, we're not going to change the narrative all of a sudden.
I'm not saying just about Chelsea's players. I'm talking in general. I'm talking about Jack Grealish for 100 million. I'm talking about.
But he's won a treble. He won a treble. He's a treble winner. I'm
not saying anything bad against Jack Grealish there at all. I'm just saying Jack Grealish cost 100 million.
I would not have Enzo at Man United.
People make the argument that Jack Grealish is overpriced. People will make the argument that Harry.
Yeah, but he's made up the price by being a treble winner and another Premier League winner, and now 4 people.
I'm just saying to you, I don't disagree with you. By the way, I got no slander whatsoever towards Jack Grealish. I'm just saying that price tags in football now are the value of what the selling club values that asset to be worth. It's not how good that player is; it's how much
the buying club. Yeah.
To replace them. It's how much it's going to cost to obviously make profit on that player. I understand what you're saying, and don't get me wrong. Chelsea have absolutely overpaid for 90
Everyone.
to 100% of their new players. The only one that brings that down is Cole Palmer. He's
Yeah,
the
but
only
that's the
one,
point.
and
But we're
Caicedo.
fans. But
Their
we're fans though.
prices are 40 and 26 million. They're
Yeah,
the
but
only two that look like a good purchase, right? In
We're,
terms of
but we're fans, though. We're fans. Yeah, we're fans. It's not about what the cost of the club and all that bollocks. We're fans. We judge players on what we see the price for. So
No,
we
but
want to see that happen.
you judge a
It's the way it
player.
is.
No, you forget the price
So
tag.
if that's the case,
Judge
don't.
a player.
You know, if that's from your language, then if you say Gusto's a bargain, don't say bargain. Don't say that. You're not allowed to judge on the price from you. Then you specifically, Dan. Bargain's not allowed no more. So in your language, that's not allowed because it's not about the price, right? And by the way, Chelsea won today, yeah, and you're being great. And obviously, this has gone to the Enzo price and all that kind of shit. Jackson is someone that has proven in a season that I can rate him and I can see it because he's had the 12-month. He's had a 12-month leeway in it. At first, he was bogey. Let's be real, he was bogey, missing bare stuff, and now he looks more like a left forward.
That pass to no, he's out there on his own.
He's doing his thing, and that's what you talk about playing. That's what you call proving people wrong. No one talks about Jackson's price, obviously, because he was only 30 odd million and whatever, but it's still relevant because if Jackson was 72 million or whatever, he'll be getting a Rasmus Højlund treatment, or wouldn't he? That's the way it works.
No, he's probably put up enough that if he costs 70 million, people will be going, 17, 18 goals in a season or whatever he's going to finish up with. It's okay, isn't it?
Yeah.
According to put up 18 goals, people will be going, next season he's going to get 30. Like, he's worth it over the long run. You got to think as well, the price tag that Chelsea are paying, the reason it's paid is they're paying so much is because
amortization.
They're doing it over a long period of time on their contracts, and they're also paying like it's Klarna to every single football club that they are. They're paying in installments, like they're paying in 30 days' time. They're paying in like the next month, the next month, the next season, the next season. Like these payments aren't up front. It's not. Like, and that's why they're basically getting charged interest on the transfer fee because of that exact reason, because they're not able to front the money up.
DNJ, did Chelsea lose today? What pathetic coverage. Well, when that's the case, don't tune in for Man City talk on certain channels when they start getting cussed out even after they're about to do a 4P and stuff, because that's what happens when we do City, but you lot don't complain. That's exactly what happens. You don't ever give them praise. You're quick to say 115 and all that bollocks, even though they're about to do a 4P, right? So anyways, on the Chelsea note, it's not about slandering them or nothing. We gave Caicedo prop. Obviously, Monts is Monts in it with him. Enzo, that's just is what it is. I'm saying how much you're cooking without Enzo Fernandez. Without Enzo.
Their record, bro. I said about
But yeah. Of course it is. And also on that notice, anyways, what number 9 do you lot want, by the way, considering? Because I'm interested to know what Chelsea fans want as a number, an actual number. Look, Jackson's not the guy to carry you to promised land in number 9. I think he's a good squad player though. Left wing striker, eating, right? Mudryk, shit. Let's think about that. Do you want an Osimhen? Do you want a Sesko? Do you want a Gyökeres? Which kind of player do you not even want? Tony?
I told myself a couple of months ago it's Tony. I don't think it's Tony anymore. I don't think so. But
no.
Nah, I don't even know. I think maybe Osimhen. That's the one we're linked in the most. So,
who would suit the team the most with this system of the inverted left back and obviously the wide players being like 1v1 type people? Who would you actually want in there? Wouldn't that make more sense for an Osimhen?
Do you know? It hurts me the most to say. Lukaku would.
Nah, Lukaku's probably not the right shout, because I think obviously in terms of the player that we're looking at now, it's not going to be long enough. The way this squad's being built, you're bringing in someone that's going to be able to match in terms of age for at least a few seasons. For me, if I could go out there and choose anyone, I said this months ago, I'd be signing Dominic Solanke. He's absolutely got a link to Chelsea Football Club. He's been superb this season for Bournemouth. He's going to hit 20 Premier League goals potentially if he scores against us, which is probably inevitable. I think he's been fantastic. I think he adds everything that Jackson doesn't add. So I think them two together could complement each other well in terms of one's playing Europe, one's playing Premier League. I think that's a really good sort of set of strikers. It's not going to be outrageous in terms of what they both cost as well. I think Chelsea have slightly bigger issues than their striker, as Jackson's kind of proved in the second half of this season. He's done okay. Well, we got rid of Broja, didn't we? And everyone was like, how are you going to let Jackson be our only number 9? And then
striker's not your main position right now.
What's your main issue then?
When I say the bar,
that's mad.
When I say the bar,
wow.
these man, you lot do need a striker. My thing is that
We do. I'm not saying we don't, but
like, you haven't had it's been so long since I've seen a striker really thrive at Chelsea. You have to be so careful with which one you go for, and be so careful whether it's like even a Gyökeres, a Sesko, the odd people that maybe want to do Lukaku back, or like you said, a Tony or a Solanke. You have to just be very careful with what you're going to do in the striking position. I think Poch's words were very concerning because it's almost like he does it like for me. I'd be concerned if I heard my manager say that, because it's like, okay, so you don't have the players you want, you can't play the style that you want, and the results are going well, so you're just like, okay, yeah, we're cool with that. And genuinely, it doesn't make sense to me because he knew what he was doing when he signed that contract. Like, he knew that club signings was a thing for Chelsea Football Club. Personally, I think he's going to stay, but I think with a striker, I think Poch is pretty good with strikers. So I don't know. Do you reckon it's kind of like a hold-up guy, or do you need more of an all-round to like the archetype?
Pochettino's like dream striker, and he literally went to study him whilst he left PSG, was Lautaro Martinez.
Oh, okay.
Like, absolutely no secret that's who he admires. Him and Dybala, and
they got the Argentinian thing.
Yeah, probably that. And ultimately, the story came out that obviously Poch asked for Dybala and got Cole Palmer. And obviously, yeah. So
I'm glad he didn't get his team then.
Well, exactly. Right. This is the thing. And I made a video in the summer questioning Poch's talent ID. And Pochettino, like you said, Mons, should potentially be aware that going into this job, it's not ever going to be his team. He is coming into that job to coach Chelsea's team that's been put together by Whit Stanley and the other bloke, right? I can't think of his name right now. Lawrence something. But anyway, ultimately, Pochettino needs to do the best with what he's got. Injuries have not allowed him to do that at times this season. But that's what I'd say is our biggest issue, is just making sure that there's another number there. I think Jackson, for me, has proved that when Pochettino said to him, "You're my number 9, you're my man," ultimately, he's looked even more confident. He's looked like he's got the belief of his manager, and he's ultimately moved us up the Premier League table with the amount of goals that he scored. Like, he's had a good second half. Coming back from the African Cup of Nations, I think Jackson's been really, really good. There are moments when he needs to improve, but if he improves on 17, 18 goals, he is good enough to be Chelsea's main number 9.
And he's still young. Don't forget that as well. He's still young. He can improve it. Yeah, he's still young, man.
And I think the issue that Chelsea have kind of lacked for a lot of this season has been, where else have the goals been coming from? At times, Conor Gallagher's had late goals, but it's always just been Cole Palmer getting us out of trouble. Tonight, I saw, and if he can stay fit, I saw an absolute goal machine playing in Nkunku. I'll tell you what, if he stays fit, that's 20 Premier League goals. His finishing is lethal. Like, we've seen it in training videos this week. We've seen it when he's played. He scored, I think, a good goal against Liverpool. He's an exceptional player. We've been unlucky that he just hasn't been able to stay fit. And obviously, who knows what happens next season. But him tonight out on the left, Brighton didn't know what to do about him. He was unreal.
Yeah, he was a problem today, man.
Tonight, he was a serious issue for them.
He got 22 Premier League goals this year now, isn't it? Palmer?
Who? Palmer. Yeah, Palmer's been unreal. Unbelievable. I mean, the header, if people haven't seen that either, the header,
man.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I hear like penalty merchant this, penalty merchant that, but then no one will talk about goals like that. Like, there's been goals. He's won goal of the month, and then he's come and he's done that as well. That header was a looping one. Like, that's a striker's goal, that is. Do you know what I mean? This guy is amazing, man. And I think we've got a real gem on our hands. Obviously, let's not put too much pressure on him for next season, because if we do, obviously, it's going to be like, if he does underperform.
The pressure's already there.
There's going to be pressure. The pressure will be there, but I don't see him crumbling under it.
Yeah, I don't see Palmer.
I don't see him.
It's cool, man.
He don't look like the sort of player, but for me, that looks like a player that gets, like, see all the noise around him. I don't think it bothers him.
You don't get too gassed up. He's cool. He's humble.
I think he's got ego. 100%, he's got ego.
Actually, he definitely. No. I've been thinking that recently. He's definitely got ego.
It's not like Bruno Fernandes' ego, where it's like, allow it. Like, your ego sucks. Don't like it. But it is what it is, man. The guy's sick, innit? You lot got a proper guy to build around, but you want Enzo behind him. Make it make sense. But anyways, other than that, look, good win. I think we've got one final game. Well, I've got 2. One final game on Sunday. So yeah, man, all to
The
look
whole
for.
race for Europe has 2 more games though, because that FA Cup final's crazy now if it stays as it is.
Yeah, you
if the
you
league stays as it is,
Tottenham,
oh,
innit?
man.
Tottenham, you never know, man. They might lose to Sheffield, or maybe if not,
Nah,
you lot
man.
can see yourself in. Obviously, you can see yourself in Conference League. Newcastle, well,
or nothing. Newcastle
yeah,
might be nothing. It's mad.
New-
We need to stay
yeah.
like this.
Oh yeah, you
Fam.
could get shifted down as well.
Yeah,
I'm not
if you win the
joking.
FA Cup,
I really hope you win your game. I do not want no Conference League dustiness in it. I don't want none of that shit. Don't want none
why,
of it.
man?
What do you mean? Why? That's you.
Like, this
That's
is what I'm
you,
saying, bro.
man.
Like, but who do you think you are now these days, bro? To be saying that, bro. Like,
Who are you? You ain't won
your
a
name,
trophy.
bro, you Man United man that say that made me sick, bro. Like, bro, your name holds weight, yes, but come on, bro. You are
I
what
ain't
you
gonna
are
lie,
for a
yeah.
reason, innit? So
The last
so if you deserve to be in conference, bro, and support your team. It's still Europe.
You know what? Yeah.
Come on, bro, man.
I swear,
The
last time
chest is too high, bro.
Newcastle won a trophy.
Don't worry about when
Last
Newcastle won,
Last
whatever,
time
bro.
Newcastle won a trophy, I doubt your mum and daddy
Bruh.
were sperms, fam. That's the
Bruh.
maddest part about it. Like, fam, it's
Bro,
been
That's
70.
irrelevant to what I'm
It's
saying to you,
been
bro.
70 years.
Bro,
Yeah, and you know
yes.
what's more embarrassing?
1969. Yeah.
Imagine bringing up a club just to wear referee colored kits, fam. Mad, fam. Nothing
Foot
good
Locker
about
out
your
there.
shit. It's dusty, fam. Your club is in the mud. You know what? Yeah, we might have to
We're
revisit.
not in the mud, bro. Stop being silly, bro.
We
We're
might have
not
to
in the mud.
We might have to
Your
revoke
club's in the mud, bro.
Allow
Are
it,
you really
man.
going to sit here shamelessly and say Newcastle are in the mud?
Bro, if I win
We're
a
not in
trophy,
the mud, bro.
bro, you man are sickos. You know that.
No, you lot are living off past, bro. Like,
What? Wait,
you're
how can you say
still
that?
eighth, bro. You are still eighth. You probably won't win the FA Cup. The league will probably stay as it stands. Like, come on, bro. It's not over yet, bro.
You making a
Your
receipt?
name holds weight. I respect Man United. Don't get it twisted. You're
I don't
British
respect you.
institutions. You hold weight. Cool.
Yeah, but I you can respect Man United, but guess what?
I think
It's
about Man United.
I don't respect you, man. Innit? It's simple
I
as
know
that.
you don't, bro.
Dusty,
I
fam.
know you
The
don't.
thing
And it's
is,
all good, bro.
yeah,
We
you
don't
had
want your respect.
you had one good season. You've had one good season in about 20 fucking years, yeah, since 99 or whatever, or since
99. Fucking hell.
since
We go that
fucking
far back.
since what is it, Nobby Solano and then Mandé, yeah.
No, bro. Since Alan Pardew got us to finish fifth. When Alan Pardew got us to finish fifth. That was a good season.
Yeah, so two good seasons then, whatever, whoop-de-doo, yeah. And now
And
you want
Bobby
to be
Robson.
giving me chest. The thing is, yeah,
I'm not giving you chest.
you know the baddest part is, yeah, Specks, with all respect and shit. Your Man United's worst is Newcastle's best.
So be it. We're on different levels, bro. What do you mean?
Thank you. Different levels. Thank you. Don't
I
ever
don't
come.
break to say that. That's common sense, bro.
You're
Manchester United. You're Manchester United, bro. Come on.
Do you know what you man need to do? Yeah, you need to start going beef in Brighton and then man Luke
Bro,
Links.
I ain't beefing no one, bro.
Go find the Brighton content craze, Brentford. There might be a couple of them around. Go beef them. Go make a rivalry with somebody else that has striped colours in their fucking shirt like Brighton. Yeah, because it ain't us. It ain't us and it ain't Arsenal. Know your fucking role, fam.
So who is it? So you man on par with Arsenal then? Is that what you're telling me?
We're better. Well, they got a better team than us and everything. Of course, they're better than us. But guess what? No, who respects them more? They don't.
Bruv, you're on Newcastle's level right now, bruv, and that's how I'm gonna leave it, bro. In jail.
That's what I said.
Thank
you for that. Our worst is your best.
Bruv, you're Man United, bro. Different levels, isn't it? So
no, don't do that. Don't do that because what you're doing there, yeah, is just being manipulative and all that kind of stuff. You're trying to twist the manipulative. All of a sudden, you're telling me to know my role and actually go for Conference League, but now it's all like you want to start.
Because you're Manchester United, bro. You got to get some form of Europe.
Get your words right. And the difference is people still want to say fix that leak in the roof, but people rather still play at our state. If people had the chance to play at Old Trafford or St James's Park, they'll still choose Old Trafford no matter what the roof is in the rain.
Ask Tolson from Fulham, bro. Ask Tolson from Fulham. Ask Tolson from Fulham. Is that the case? Ask Tolson. Ask Tolson.
There's another one.
We're both trying to ask Tolson where he's. All right, then we'll see anyway.
All right, there's another one. Go be Fulham. They went black and white too. Maybe they should be
on our levels, bro.
Maybe they should be Ravens or Magpies 2.0, fam. Anyways, this is disgraceful take. Striker is priority. Osimhen has everything from him: passion, love, Chelsea, hunger, experience. Him or Gyökeres, our standards is what KSA is saying. Yeah, man. I think
Chelsea's
Osimhen.
standards with strikers aren't exactly high though. Let's be fair. We've had 2 be successful in like the last 20 years.
Yeah. But other than that, anyways, make sure you smash the like on the way out. You can subscribe to BDB Dan, Big Six Bants, Geordie Jed TV with his dusty watch-alongs. He's in a dusty prison. But yeah, man, in a bit, and we'll be back. Probably not tomorrow, but Friday. Yeah, something like that. In a bit.
Season 8 done. Season 8.